The strange thing about offside is that most people explain it backwards. They'll point at a frozen frame, draw a line across the screen, and tell you a player was offside because he was standing in the wrong place. Not quite. Because a player can stand in an offside position all game long and nothing happens. No whistle, no foul, no angry referee. So if standing there isn't the problem, what is? And why does a rule that looks so simple confuse millions of people every year? Here's exactly how it works. Let's start with the biggest misconception. Being in an offside position is not automatically an offense. That's the secret. A player is in an offside position when he is closer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last defender. Usually that second last defender is the last outfield player because the goalkeeper is often the final defender. Sounds complicated. It's really just a race. When a pass is played, you cannot already be waiting behind the defensive line. That's it. Think of it this way. Imagine you're playing hide and seek, except you run behind everyone before the game starts and claim victory immediately. Technically creative. Also technically missing the point. Football wants attackers and defenders competing for space. Running, timing, reacting, not camping, and that's the real reason offside exists. Without it, attackers could simply stand beside the goal all match. The defending team would push players back, the field would stretch, the game would become strange, static, and honestly a little ridiculous. So offside is not there to punish attackers. It's there to keep football looking like football, whether you like it or not. Now for the part that catches people out. Timing is everything, not where the attacker is when receiving the ball. Where the attacker is when the pass is made. One moment, one snapshot, one decision. You can be perfectly onside, the pass can be played, and then sprint beyond every defender before touching the ball. Still legal. Because the judgment was made earlier, the instant the ball left your teammate's foot. That's why television replays freeze the frame. They're trying to capture that exact moment. And yes, this is where arguments begin. A lot of arguments, sometimes involving very expensive cameras and very unhappy supporters. But there's another wrinkle most people miss. You only become guilty if you're involved in the play. If you're standing in an offside position but not interfering, not challenging for the ball, and not affecting an opponent, play can continue. Being there isn't the crime. Participating is. Same position, different consequence. And this is why you'll occasionally see a player standing beyond the defense while everyone keeps playing normally. The position alone is not enough. Action matters. Now here's the surprising part. The closer and faster football becomes, the harder offside is to judge. Modern players time their runs to fractions of a second. A step too early and they're offside. A step too late and the chance disappears. The difference can be tiny, yet the rule itself remains simple. Don't gain an unfair advantage by waiting beyond the defense before the pass is played. That's the entire idea. So when you watch a match, whether it's a league game, a cup final, or a World Cup match, you now know what most people are actually looking for. Not where the player receives the ball, where he was when the ball was passed. Everything revolves around that moment. That's offside. Not a punishment for standing somewhere. A rule about timing. A rule about fairness. A rule that keeps the game moving. So let's zoom out. A player may stand in an offside position. That's allowed. The offense happens only if the player becomes involved after being in that position when the pass is played. The rule exists to stop attackers from camping near the goal and to preserve the contest between attack and defense. Timing decides everything. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.